Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful to connect with you, to say hi, hello, how do you do? What is happening with you? What's going on, beloved? What is going on? Blessings, 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 blessings. And more blessings are speaking to you. For those who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. For those who will hashtag and replay it, I love it. For those who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, I could appreciate that. And for those who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage this girl, let's make it do what it do. 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 Oh, let's make it do what it do. All right, all right, all right. Okay, okay, okay. All right, okay. Go, fight, win. Now, you know, let me just say, that right there came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. And that's from way back. Now, my brain had to pull from way back when for that to come out. Because that definitely is a high school cheer that we did not do a lot. So why that came up, man, that's something. Just talk about how things stick with you. Go, fight. All right, all right, all right. Okay, okay, okay. All right, okay, okay. Go. Wow. Anyway. Practicing gratitude. Rampages. So we opened up the subject yesterday about the speaking to the what am I going to say? Speaking to the I can't get it. Utility. The utility of gratitude. The usefulness, the benefit of gratitude. Right? And so one of the things that you just think about. Hey, Ray Price, good morning, and thank you for your prayers. If you just think about the rampages that we as humans can go on. I can't believe this. Can you da, 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 da. And they did this and they said that. And what da, da, da. And what do you think about this? And how about this? And da, da, da. And da, 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 what, right? Just rampages on a rampage. Hey, Barbara. Good morning, my sister. Good morning. Right? And usually those kind of rampages, when we go on those, we don't feel good about it, right? We don't really feel good about ranting and raving and just storming and being in a frenzied uproar, right? A rampage, right? So it's usually anger focused rampage. Usually when we talk about it, that's what we're talking about, right? Being out of control, that idea. But what if we went on a rampage that was gratitude focused, right? We could do an anger focused rampage, but what if we did, Hey, Tanya. Good morning, sis. Happy Tuesday. Love you right back. What if we did, and I introduced this yesterday, but I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into it. Like, what if we chose to do a gratitude focused rampage? Because you've heard people go on rampages before, right? You've heard of people going on rampage, and we've gone on our own rampages, I'm sure. Rampages. But what if we practiced normalizing? First of all, just practice it ourselves, going on gratitude rampages. I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. And Tanya did a little bit of hers yesterday, which was so cool, right? But practice them ourselves. Well, what if we gave ourselves 60 seconds out of every day? Good morning, honey. There's my niece, y'all. That's Angela Moy. It's my niece. Let me just tell y'all how amazing she is. She's got 4 beautiful girls. 4 beautiful girls. One in high school. I don't remember what grade she in. And then the other one just turned, is she 2? Maybe 3? Anyway, those girls be together all the time. So she's an amazing mom. She's an absolutely amazing mom. Her and her hubby, they're amazing parents. I love watching them care for their girls. Very conscientious. So even practicing that, y'all. When we think about gratitude and those practicing gratitude and things we're grateful for, our society, particularly 10th, the 10th grade, 11 and 5. Oh, she's 2. One is in the 10th grade, one is 11, one is 5 years, and one is 2. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Good morning, cousin. Made it home. Baking turkeys. Oh, which much love to you. Man, when I tell you, I would love to have her. Tanya said, good morning, Angel. I would love to have Margie's comfort and knowledge, skill in the kitchen. Margie move around the kitchen like grandmas, for real, like real grandmas. Like with the it's not just her skill and her ability, but it's also her I don't know if it's the energy, it's something. You know how grandmas, it's just like they put on their house shoes and they just grandma. Margie move around like that, like with that familiarity. That's what it is. With the confidence, but not in a pride kind of a thing, but just a knowing, like, and familiarity. Anyway, well, I don't know if I want that or not, but I do admire that. Let me just put it like that, because I really do love the way I show up in the world. So I don't know if I want that or not, but I love watching people who have that level of. So she up making turkeys, right? And I have this slight trepidation about the 6 Cornish hens that I'm gonna do. Now I've been doing Cornish hens for decades, but there's always this like, this push and pull. Anyway, thank you for the love. Thank you. So if we're talking about gratitude rampages, let me tell you something else that we really don't practice in the West. I make it, how do I want to say, like if a thought comes to my mind to say something positive to someone, I'm gonna say it. Like I've just committed to myself to say it, because do you know how often it's so normal in the West for us to say negative, uh, um, let me say, for negative things to be said. I'm not even gonna say us, because I'm not owning that nonsense. It's so normalized in Western culture for negative comments to be said. People even say negative comments to strangers. Mind your own business. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, keep your mouth shut. That's what I would say. Like, really. But anyway, like yesterday, I saw a young lady I was in Kroger, and she had, and so I don't see if I can describe this. You know how you have the small baskets, the really small baskets, and it's got this little, at the bottom, you can set the bottom kind of where your feet go. It comes out a little bit from the basket. Anyway, she had, the giant toilet paper, giant. She had it sitting there long way up. So it took up no room in her basket. It was just like, here's the handlebars, there's the toilet paper. Anyway, it's hard to describe. What's the point? She was over a roll and up, and she was busy doing something. But I was so impressed by it. I was like, excuse me. Excuse me. I was like, that's smart what you did with that toilet paper. Like, that's so smart. And she was like, it was just to get it out the way. I'm like, yeah, I know. I would have never thought of doing that. That's really smart. And then the lady behind her looked, and she was like, that is smart. I'm just saying, I will go out of my way to say something positive to somebody. I really will. I will go out of my way to say something positive, because it's life-giving. It adds so much to the experience. There is no loss to it. And so we're talking about going on gratitude rampages. And the reason I kind of detoured for that is because of the benefits I know of speaking life to a situation. There's so much practice of speaking death. There's so much practice of pointing out what isn't working. There's so much practice of, looking for what's wrong. Why don't we look for what's right? Look for what's working. Look for, and we're uncomfortable with saying positive things. We just are. A royal we, right? Because if you look at what's shown in the media, in the news, in the shows, and all the things, right? I mean, even you think about reality TV. Was there any reality TV that was positive? It might be. But when I think reality TV, I think people cussing each other out. I think people being mean and disrespectful. I think of catching people in the wrong and exposing them in public. I think of that kind of stuff. I think the of base and bane, the worst of the worst. Why? 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 Yesterday, I told my entire team that I appreciated them. So important, Tanya. It's so important to be able to do that. And the more we do it, the easier it is to do. It felt amazing, right? Yay. Right? Yay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so important. It is so absolutely important to be able to do that, to tell our team that we that we care about them, how they matter to us, all the things. It is so absolutely important. And we have to practice that. right? We have to practice it. And then we'll get more comfortable doing it. If I see someone and they have a beautiful smile, I would say, "Your smile is so pretty." Or I'll just tell somebody, like when I see somebody who's pretty, I definitely will tell them that they are pretty. There was a young man in the store. I go back and tell? I don't remember if I went back to tell him. I got distracted, so I might not. But my thought was, go tell him how he's very personable, very personable. So I will go out my way to speak life into somebody. I will. And it usually catches them off guard, but it always has such a wonderful landing. Do you see? So practicing gratitude rampages. Like as we practice that our own self, it definitely positions us to speak life into other people. As we practice being grateful, grateful for so much. So we could just take any subject. We could talk about, like, if you practice 60 seconds, 60 seconds could cover anything. Like it could just cover our bodies. It could just cover your hair. It could just cover your hands. It could just cover, the utility. It could cover anything. It could cover the way you think. Like I love the way I think. It could just cover. So for instance, I came back and I talked about this a little bit. Like I love what happened. Oh, just get out of here. What is happening? A screen popped up and took over. I love so when we were in Aruba, it required a different level of service, a different kind of service than at home, right? Just be it did it require it, or it's what I felt like was necessary. Didn't necessarily require it, but it required it from my soul. My soul required it. Do you see? And then after I did it, I was reflecting and I was like, girl, I love how you show up in the world. I really later on, maybe on the plane or something, I was just reflecting and how much I appreciate the way I be. I like me. I really like me. I really do. I really like me. I would hang out with me. I do hang out with me. But if there was somebody else like me, I would be calling her, I'd be like, girl, what you doing? What you want to do? You want to go hang out? Come on, let's take a tour. let's go. Let's do it. I would hang out with me. I'd be cool people. So rampages, right? Gratitude rampages. I am grateful for how I show up in the world. I'm grateful. I really am. I'm grateful for my care of others, my care about others. Like so with Margie, it was so important to me to spend time with her. Like first of all, she let me know she was coming, right? Because that made a difference that I knew she was coming. I knew she was going to be here. I knew her itinerary or I sought out her itinerary. Sis, did you watch the people feed you about that life? I know, right? I love it. I know. I did serve them food and cook them food and took them to dinner and all the things. Chip Creel, that's my brother, y'all. That's my brother by another mother. His mother, my mother too. Me too. You make me smile in America. Oh, thank you, Chip. Thank you. Anyway, y'all, I love y'all. I do. I appreciate you. I am so grateful for life, for love. I was going to say life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I love you too. The best person in the world to hang with and love on. Oh, thank you, honey bun. Look, let me just say, love and loving each other, loving ourselves, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength, and thy neighbor as thyself. As thyself. I can love well because I love me well, and it pours out easily, right? It overflows. And so, anyway, what I started to say is Margie came, and I couldn't fathom not spending time with her. So I made sure that I found out her itinerary so that I could spend time with her. And she went to church with me on Sunday, and then we got an opportunity to go out to dinner. I picked up my baby sis, and that was that, right? Anyway, let's be intentional about loving ourselves well, and intentional about loving others, and then go on a rampage about it. We can go on rampages about a whole bunch of nonsense that doesn't add life to anybody. But what if we choose to live a life from this point forward to normalize going on rampages? I get to be with my family every 2 weeks on Zoom because we're planning for a family reunion. Like, my heart is delighted every time that I see their faces in the screens, in the boxes. Every 2 weeks, we get to do it. Because as cousins, we were together all the time when we were growing up. Life is a little bit different in the 21st century, or 2025. Anyway, y'all, at the moment that God gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited the right to not be amazing. You are an amazingly divine human being. You catch that? Leverage that divine. Okay. I'll talk to you soon and see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day and go on a gratitude rampage. Spread the love.